Hello, my friends. It's Scott Glover with the Redline Real Estate Group here in Calgary, Alberta. Welcome to another Calgary Real Estate Market update as I discuss the key items that you need to know about the market data that was released for July 2021. Now, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell so you can be the first to know about any future real estate market updates. Okay, so let's talk about July 2021. The month we saw Stampede come back in Calgary, the month where restaurants opened back up, and the month where life started to get back to normal, right? So did all these things slow down that ferocious pace our real estate market has been experiencing in 2021? Nope, not at all. I was expecting to be here telling a different tale, but the momentum and the strength of our market simply keeps trucking on. Now, in July 2021, we were just 17 sales away from the best July on record, another almost record-setting month this year. We had 2,319 total sales in the month. This was 26% better than what we had achieved at this point during all that pent-up demand from last year. Looking at where we sit in relation to the last 15 years, you can see on this graph how truly strong it continues to be in terms of our overall sales. Now in this graph, you'll see how our sales performed per week versus 2020. The red line is this year, the blue line is last year. Last month I mentioned it looked like we may be slowing down and almost starting to align with that pent-up demand from 2020 as we came out of the initial set of COVID restrictions. But as you can see, we got close, and then at the beginning of the month we started to pull away again and continue to do so all month. It was a delayed spring last year, and we were on the backside of our busy season, but we continue to outpace the sales by a considerable amount. Now this next graph highlights our sales per day as we move through the month of July. You'll see from the line on the graph that we picked up the pace as we moved throughout the month. And this is not a normal occurrence at this point of the year. As I mentioned in my weekly market updates, our sales total in July is slower than the last few months, but this is just that normal summer seasonality we typically see here in Calgary and our surrounding areas. So now what's in store for our sales in August? Honestly, it's anybody's guess at this point. It does, however, look like our sales will continue to outpace the historical average as we move into fall. Okay, let's switch gears now and let's talk about our inventory. Well, we started the month of July with 6,970 total homes on the market. This had a 7% more than the total inventory of last year. Then we ended up finishing the month with a reduction of about 290 homes, which brought our total down to 6,680. This is the first time this year we saw a final monthly total lower than when we started. This just speaks to the seasonal change that the summer months bring. We ended the month with basically the same number of listings as we had last year. Now, if you remember back to last month's update, our June inventory totals were 13% higher than in June of 2020. But in July, we managed to absorb all that 13% of additional inventory. This was a result of our higher than normal sales numbers, as we have already discussed, along with one key fact. New listings to market in July totaled 3,296, and this was a significant drop from June, which was at 4,136. And while sales per day numbers increased throughout the month, the listings per day number just stayed steady. This was, in essence, creating a net decrease in our overall properties available on the market. So how did our inventory fare in relation to our recent history? Let's pull up that Calgary Real Estate Board 15-year inventory graph once again. As you can see, our current level on the far right is nothing special. We basically have just as many years with more inventory than we've had with less. So again, inventory is balanced. It's the sales that continue to be the real story of our real estate market. Okay, let's transition now over to our pricing picture. First of all, the average benchmark sales price in the month of July was $460,100. This is an increase year over year of 10%. This is also a month-over-month increase of about $1,800 across the whole market. This year-over-year gain we have experienced, as I described in my last update, has us completely erasing all the declines we have had from our peak in 2014. It is a very good news story for Calgarians, for greater Calgarians, and then the strength of our overall real estate market. Here's the graph that shows how this has changed across all the various districts across our city. What you'll see once again is that all those districts have those positive green arrows pointing up. This month's hotspot is down in the southeast, where we saw a benchmark price increase of 12.2% year over year. Okay, now here are the breakdowns by property type. The detached market, and the biggest part of our market, had a year-over-year increase of 11%. Row houses were at 10.5%, semi-detached at 9.7%, and yes, even the condo market increased by 4% as well. Now, due to the tightening of the market throughout the month, the sales per day number increasing, and that listing per day number being flat, the sales price to list price ratio remains really strong. The average amount of money off list price that was achieved across all those 2,319 sales in July was about $9,200, which equates to a ratio of 98%. So what does all this mean? It means that this is not a buyer's market. Buyers buying today need to understand the true dynamics of the market that we are in, or else they will only frustrate themselves and lose out on quality homes over and over again. It's not the time to be trying for mega discounts and hoping to catch that mega deal. We're just not seeing that out there right now at all. Well, that's all for me today. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you very much for watching another real estate market update with me. I hope this was informative and useful for you. If you have any specific questions, or if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. I'm happy to go through and answer any questions you may have. Again, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Thanks again. I look forward to seeing you all next month.